All right, happy Tuesday, everyone. It is Tuesday, February 11th. I hope everyone's having a great day wherever you are. I hope you're getting one step closer to achieving the goals that you're working on. And again, I just hope you're having a great start to your month so far and a great week as well. So I wanted to make another quick video here in regards to Bitcoin. I made a quick video the other day about it as well. But ultimately, this is something that's been able to make me well over $150,000 over the past couple of years without trading. So there are a lot of younger people nowadays, or I guess what we call it, Gen Z, or just someone in their 20s or even younger in their teens, trading meme coins, trading Bitcoin, trading anything cryptocurrency related, even forex trading, something of that nature. I'm sure a lot of you have seen YouTube videos on pretty much all of those so far, but my main goal with investing in Bitcoin was to essentially have some longer term steady gains over the years I've invested without taking that major upside risk of trading daily or trying to time the markets and buying a lump sum and again make that huge uptick in profits. For myself, the strategy that I've essentially gone after is something called DCAing. So what that would be is that I dollar cost average into the market, and what that essentially does is three main topics, which I'll talk about in a second. But ultimately, I invested in Bitcoin 5 years ago already in 2020, and steadily increased my investments over the few years. But of course, what I've done is dollar cost average in. So I have a monthly amount that I always invest. That's pretty standard month over month, and it has increased over time, especially when it does dip. I do buy a lot more. When I'm up, I still put in a set amount of fiat of Canadian currency, but ultimately I do dollar cost average in every single month to essentially have three main benefits. And I did write those down here as well. So number one that I have written down would essentially be reducing risk for yourself. Ultimately what it does is it allows you to, again, not time the markets, not looking for that major dump right before a pump or anything of that nature. You have a set dollar that you've put in, you're sticking to that, and you're investing that no matter what. So again, something I've done is that when it does dip and the markets are in the red like they are today, actually, it's down almost 2%, but that's not too shabby. For example, something like that, I might, instead of investing on my set date, I might decide to put in some extra money today because it is down. So you're having that reduced risk right off the start. Number two that I have written down, again, this is something more personal to me. This is just a checklist I've written down that I found helped me as a person as well, and have some additional learning benefits as well, is essentially discipline. So I've built the discipline of, again, sticking to a regimented payment, or not payment, I should say, a regimented investment kind of day throughout the month. And ultimately, that's again forced me to put a certain amount of money aside specifically for this investment, specifically for Bitcoin, and it has paid off. I made, again, well over $150,000 at the end of the day without trading, and I know that's not maybe life-changing to some people. Some people it might be, of course. For me, at my standpoint, it is, I mean, whether it be life-changing or not to some people, I still think it's a pretty solid amount of money, and at the age of 27, that's one asset that's made me that much money over the past few years, with a total investment of around maybe $25,000. So you can see the upside of that. And again, I'm not going to go into the exact amount that I do have, but I've made a substantial return over the past few years. And again, that's not trading. That's putting very little stress on my back. That's essentially taking extra money that I put aside each month from my paychecks and putting it into something long term that I'm not worried about. I'm not looking at and checking every single day, although I do try to look at a lot of news and updates and I have coin360.com always open, checking the markets every single day. But ultimately, I'm not causing myself the stress of trading and having those stressors sitting above my head, which some people enjoy. Obviously, there's a ton of upside if you are trading and you're in the right and you hit those green candles or whatever it might be, your leverage trades and such like that, but that's something I'm not personally interested in. I want that long-term hodl mentality where I'm not really selling kind of diamond hands forever, and just, again, keeping it steady, keeping it consistent, reducing my risk, and creating that discipline for myself. The last point I have written down here, sorry guys, would essentially be the long-term growth. So ultimately, if you're looking for long-term growth and you believe that Bitcoin is going to be a long-term asset, then DCAing into Bitcoin, again, this is my specific interest, and that's what I believe is going to go long term and turn to something much bigger, especially if you're up on politics and the whole kind of world economy right now and what's going on. I do believe Bitcoin has or I should say, is going to be a major player in the coming history, especially for us younger people right now. So, but I don't think it really matters what age you are. It's going to have a huge impact on our markets in the next few years and in the coming many 10, 20 plus 30 years to come. So but again, that's something where I believe it is beneficial for long term. If you believe it's going to be that type of industry long term for you, then having that as an investment again is going to be the best option. And long term growth is what a lot of wealthy investors look for as well. Although maybe there's not the immediate upside of making, let's say, 100 grand in a day from a trade. Over the past few years, I've been able to make again well over $150,000, and every single year I seemingly make just a little bit more. So with that being said, I don't want to get into too much detail here. Again, this is not investing advice. This is kind of just my experience, my perspective, my opinion, completely my opinion on this. And again, just overly my experience that I thought I want to share, because I do believe anybody out there can benefit from dollar cost averaging into something like Bitcoin or whatever asset you want, whether that be gold, silver, or other cryptos or stocks. Just dollar cost averaging into something and reducing your risk, learning discipline, putting aside money each month to invest, whether it be monthly, weekly, every single day, whatever it again is to you. It could be quarterly. It still builds that discipline that you're going to only gain from in the long term. You're only going to benefit so much more in the long term when you gain that discipline, and again, you keep to a strict regiment of saving money from your paycheck. Obviously go out there and have fun, but you have to think about long term as well, your long term assets, your long term gains, and your life in general in 5, 10, 20, 30 years, what you want to look like and how you want to look like and where you want to be financially. So again, this is my perspective, this is my opinion. I've been very I guess redundant in that case. I just keep going over and over again here, so I won't continue the video too much longer. But if you do have any questions about what I've done again, or what apps I use specifically, leave a comment, leave a like, whatever it might be. If you don't think this is beneficial to you, leave a comment as to why, or just give your opinion for sure. I'd love to hear from you. And again, I do apologize for the repetitive and redundant kind of wording over and over again here, but I just want to kind of hammer that into the people who are interested in getting into Bitcoin. I think now is also a perfect time to get in. There's tremendous upside coming, and again, this has just been it's been a journey. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing experience, and I do believe there's tons of upside still yet to come without trading, just simply putting in your money every single month, every single week, setting a set dollar amount, putting that aside from your paycheck and investing that into something like Bitcoin, and kind of setting it and forgetting it at the end of the day. Because in a 6 months or a year, when you look back at your portfolio, you're going to be like, damn, like there's quite a bit of difference. So even if the market were to tank, the way the industries are going right now, I really don't believe we're going to have the volatility that we have had over the past few years, especially when Bitcoin was first kind of coming about. As more investors get into it, institutional investors, large nation states, countries, governments, whoever it might be, big players in the industry, that volatility drops completely. So again, this is not investment advice. Do whatever you want to do. I hope no matter what you do, you are successful at it, and I wish you all the best. Cheers to your success. I hope you do buy some Bitcoin though. I mean, personal opinion, but I know it's going to go up, and I hope you achieve the goals that you want to, and of course you have fun and you make the money that you want to as well. It's not a rush. I know life can be a game for the most part. It kind of is. You play it as you want. Take the risks that you want. Be prepared to lose that as well. But at the end of the day, enjoy yourself, have fun, learn, continue to learn, never forget to learn, and treat everything as the experience at life in itself, and don't be too hard on yourself at the end of the day. So Hope you all have a great day, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. And again, cheers to your success as always. And I wish you all the best. I look forward to talking to you all soon. Take care.